As the citizen of this country, it is very important for us to stand for our constitution. It's very important for us to stand for all the people who belong to this nation. We are very much aware that there are people who have come from various countries, and it may be the need of opportunity of work or earning which would have brought them in. And of course, if you want to give them citizenship, the choice rests with the government. And we, being people of India, are open to receive them and accept them within our folds. But most importantly, the people who are already here, who belong to this place, why do they have to prove themselves that they belong to this place and they are Indians? That is the government which should have the burden of proof. They should say, okay, yes, you are our citizens, and they should be able to help us in finding out the documents. Because most of the people don't have lands. I have my maid who comes and help us in our housework. She doesn't have any land. She has been a day labor for many people. And in that case, I asked her, do you have any document which can prove that you are Indian citizen? She says, whatever it is, I am about to die anyway. So I am going to be here as long as this is executed. So most important thing is that we as a nation should stand for its people. We should help them identify if there are somebody people from outside. If we want to give them citizenship, we should be open for it. Don't exclude any one community or a religion or a caste, because that is going to hamper or that is going to divide or spoil our constitution's values. We should be standing for the constitution, and I am here to stand for the constitution, to stand for my fellow countrymen, to stand for the country I have been fighting or my father fought for. So that's why I am with CAA, against CAA and NRC.
Is this the priority of the government, or what should be the priorities of the government?
See, NRC and CA is not at all the priority of the government, because in case there are people from outside also, they are kind of salt in any kind of food we make. What priority should be is education. The priority should be health. The priority should be jobs for people. That is not there. We are in so much of trouble, people don't have jobs. And we are looking here for NRC and CA. Why don't we provide that? We had onion prices rising so high. So what were we doing for that? We are able to import and bring it down. But the people who had cultivated it and because of rain who had suffered, they should have been supported. That is what I see. The priority definitely is not NRC and CA. Priority is hospitals, that is a good health care, education. Priority is peace of the nation. Priority is connecting people, uniting them, developing the country, providing comfortable stay. That is where priority actually comes.
Is this a kind of a fear politics the government wants to implement?
Actually, it's not more than fear politics. It is that they want to stay in power for a longer period of time.
There is a pattern like 370, revoking 370 and then triple talaq. And they are continuously targeting a community here. And now again they are with CAA and NRC. There's a lot of fear amongst the citizens of this country of being deported or detained or in the detention camp.
I don't think you can deport them. Where will you deport them? Who's going to accept? And that high majority as such. But definitely, yeah, I don't think there should be fear of deportation. Basically, if they have revoked Article 370, we have no issues as such, because we say it is an amalgamated part of India. Let it be part of India and we'll be happy for that. As far as teen talaq is concerned, that was a wrong way of method Muslims were using anyway. We still accepted that. The decision came, okay, that's fine.
In the Sharia.
That shouldn't be there, no interference, because in Muslim personal law is there, respected. There's just no problem because Hindu personal law is also there.
So in line there is a uniform civil code also. So
we are digressing into a number of topics. We'll talk about civil code later. But I think what we should be concentrating upon is what is the priority of the government. The priority of the government should be its people, comfort of them, jobs for them, education for their children, future of this nation, how we stand globally. That is what I think matters the most. I don't think what matters is whether this little minority of people who have poured into India are deported back, because no country is going to take them unless and until you are able to prove. Because suppose if you say they are Bangladeshis, then that country won't accept them as it is. You have to prove they are Bangladeshis. And once you have proved it, then only they will accept it and say, yes, this document make them Bangladeshis, we are going to accept them. Otherwise, they are not going to go out of India anyway. Then who will bear the cost of detention camps? When you make such big detention camps, you are going to feed them, you're going to clothe them, you're going to shelter them, you're going to provide them education, because you cannot keep them without education. That is against United Nations, where we have signed. So anyway, they have to do this. Who will fund that cost? Those people who are 30% of the population when 70% of the population is outside, the answer is no. I don't think this makes any sense. It is only what I see border perspective is that they are only looking at seeing that how we are not the voters or this population is not the voter, so that they stay where they are. And just to keep you out of voting, they are creating all this nuisance, and you don't have the option of vote. That is the main thing. As far as property is concerned, that is minor. Life is there, property can come. But that is where, if you're the nation of, you're the national of this country, then only you can vote. Then you can have your own government. That is where I think they are targeting. And I think we should fight it. We should fight it because we are the people of this nation, and we should be standing by.
A small message for the government of India through our channel PSI News.
I think government of India should realize, and most governments previously have been realizing, that Muslims are integral part of India, and we stand for India as good as any Hindu or a Christian or a Sikh or a Parsi would have stood. We have been in the war of independence. We had been participating in defense services. We have shed our blood. We have got Pramveer Chakras also in Muslims. And I don't think there is any reason why Muslims should be excluded. But if they feel that this is what is going to gain votes for them, but it will last very short duration, because people will realize that we don't fight each other. We stand for each other. So once they realize it, then their game is gone. So I think this kind of agitations which are happening across India, they're actually uniting people. We are no more Hindus or Muslims, we are Indians, and we all are standing to protect Constitution. That is the most important part.
For talking to PSI TV. Thank you.